All right, guys, in this video, I'm going to give you some SEO basics that basically any business owner can implement today on their website and on Google so that they can get more leads and grow their website and make more money essentially without necessarily having to hire a professional to do it. So these are all basic tasks that I believe most people will be able to implement. Beyond this, you'll probably have to hire a SEO professional to do it, but this will at least get you some of the way there and get you some kind of results in the meantime so that you can make some money. So let's get right into it. Now, the number one thing, if you are doing this by yourself, that you want to do for quick and easy results is to optimize your Google business profile. So if you don't have one of these already, you should definitely go and make one. And then once you make one, what you want to do is implement everything I'm going to show you here, because these Google business profiles can rank pretty much overnight and they show up in all local results. So if you're any form of local business, you should definitely have one of these. And to illustrate why this is important, I'm going to go on Google and I'm going to type in law firm Auckland as an example, and I'll show you what's going to show up first. You can see you've got ads, obviously, and then the very first thing you have is the local Google business profiles. And so if you can optimize yours and get in these search results, then you're going to get free leads very, very easily, and it's not going to require a lot of work. So what I've done here is I've just picked a random business that I'm going to use for the purpose of this video and showing you everything that I would do to optimize. In the case of their business profile, it's pretty decent, but I'm still going to walk you through what I would do here. So first of all, you want to make sure that you fill out absolutely everything that you can. All of the details, the hours, the services that you offer, the phone number, all of the different things that you can, the description, etc. Make sure you fill them all out as accurately as possible and do a decent job at looking obviously professional and showing people what you do so that they're likely to actually call you. You want to make sure that you've done all that, filled it all out nicely, and make it look professional. The next thing is you want to have nice photos. If you notice here, the very first thing we see, and on the left as well, is a photo. Now, this is one thing I think these guys could improve. They've only got two photos. One is of a building, which doesn't mean anything to anyone. And then the second one is of their office with the logo in front of it. But the problem is it's kind of small and hard to see. I think they would be better off putting some kind of photo of maybe a close-up of the logo or that business, that sign up here, maybe a close-up of the sign. I would also have some faces as well, some photos of the team or something like that, because people are more drawn to faces and other people, especially if they look friendly and they're smiling. So that's going to help you look more personal and more real. And I think that would help as well. That's something I'll definitely include. So make sure you put some good professional photos that show your business, show your brand, your team, etc. on there and get people's attention. The next thing is you want to make sure that you list out all the services that you offer in this section here, because this will dictate whether you show up when someone searches like commercial lawyer or something like that. So you make sure that you list out all of the services that you offer down here. And so that's going to increase the chances that you actually show up in the search results. The next thing is you want to make sure that you actually have a link to your website. This will actually help you rank in local search results to a degree. So you want to make sure that you at least link to the website so that Google knows it's the same business and, makes that connection. Now, the last thing you want to make sure to do is get as many reviews as you possibly can. There are two main things that dictate where these profiles rank. One is the proximity to the person searching. There's not much you can do about that if you have a physical office. But the second one is reviews. And to illustrate that, again, I'm going to type in law firm Auckland and I'm going to show you what's going to show up. So if we take a look at here, you can see that all of the top results have a decent amount of reviews. 78 reviews, 294 reviews, 19 reviews, which is a bit of an anomaly, 148 reviews, 136 reviews, 35 reviews, 84 reviews, 78 reviews. You can see here, there's none in here that have like 5 reviews. The lowest one here is 19, and that's an anomaly. If you look at the rest, they've all got above 40 basically until we get way down here to 6. And then even the 6th one has 5 5-star reviews, 6 5-star reviews. And so again, there's no one here that has no reviews or 1 or 2 reviews. And even the one that has 6 is further down, right? So you can see here that reviews clearly do play a part in this. Otherwise, we'd probably have some that don't have any up here. So get as many reviews as you can. Ask every customer that you're sure was happy with your service for a review. You might want to avoid asking customers who weren't happy so they don't leave a bad review, but all the ones that you're sure have got a decent service and are pretty happy, ask them. Always ask them, because then you're going to get more reviews if you just remind people. Otherwise, people forget and they just won't do it, and they don't care enough. So make sure you ask. Now, that's it. If you do all these basics, your Google business profile will at least start showing up for some of these searches. And from here, you want to start doing some things on your website to actually get the website ranking for some keywords as well. So I'm going to use that same law firm's website, and I'm going to show you some things that you could do on your own website, assuming that that you're trying to optimize it. So the very first thing is you want to make sure that you have a service page for every single service that you're actually offering. So I'm going to give you an example of that here. So let's go to this law firm. You can see that I've clicked property. So we're on the property law page. And on the property law page, you can see here that they have just listed out all of their services as bullet points on this page. But the problem here is that if somebody is searching for some of these specific parts of this, they are never going to show up. So for example, commercial property lawyer. Let's type commercial property lawyer in and I'll show you what's going to show up on Google. So commercial property lawyer. If you type that in, you can see here the very first thing that shows up is commercial property lawyers, a page specific to that. Now, if we keep going down, commercial property lawyers, commercial property lawyers, commercial property. You cannot rank with a page like this that just has a bullet point and doesn't have a specific page for that service. So you need to make sure that you have at least a page on your website for all the services that you're going to show up for. Now, if you are not sure whether you should make a page for a specific service or not, just go on Google and do what I did now and type it in. If all of the results here at the top of the search results have specific pages, that means you are going to have to make one to compete. Otherwise, you basically stand no chance at ranking against these guys. And so you need to do the same thing. So just search it in, let's say it's emergency plumber. If we type that in too, let's see if people have that. 24-hour emergency plumbing, emergency plumbing, emergency plumbing, emergency plumbing. So in this case, you would want a page for emergency plumbing. So that's how you want to do that. You want to go as deep down as you need to make sure that you actually can rank for the keyword. Because if you don't have a specific page, you can't rank for it. Like these guys cannot rank for this because they simply do not have the page. Same thing here, commercial leasing lawyer. That's probably another keyword. So if we go commercial leasing lawyer or commercial lease lawyer, you can see here commercial leasing lawyers, property and leasing, commercial leasing lawyers. So they're never going to compete with people who have pages talking specifically about that topic when all they have is a bullet point on another page. And so you need to make sure you have the specific pages. I'm stressing this because this is the thing I see constantly overlooked, and it's like the number one thing that will get you to rank. Now, the next thing is the URL for this page. So basically what you want to do is once you've made these pages, or as you are making them, you want to make sure that you have the URL on these pages containing the main keyword you want to rank for. So these guys, unfortunately, what they've done is, you can see we're on the property law page. So theoretically, this page should be targeting the keyword property lawyers Auckland because that's what they are. If we take a look at the URL, all they have is how we help and then property, but that doesn't describe anything. And what you have to remember is that Google scans the URL first and then sees the page. It reads the URL and then it goes to the page. And so when it's read the URL, their bots have already made somewhat of a, let's say, an assumption or an assessment as to what this page is about. And if your URL is incorrect or vague, like it is in this case, it's not going to help your situation. This URL for this page should be property lawyers Auckland. That's what this URL should be. And they would stand a much higher chance of actually ranking for that keyword as a result. So you need to identify what the main keyword is for each page, and then you want to make sure that the URL contains it. So if I typed in property lawyer Auckland, you would see who's going to rank here. So let's open these up. These guys are a hot page, so that one's not going to illustrate what I'm talking about. But all of these are going to at least have property lawyers in the URL. These guys rank because the domain matches that exact keyword. But let's open the few that I opened. So these guys, property lawyers, you can see there. Then you've got convey law. These guys have optimized their homepage to rank for that, so that obviously doesn't count. Property law, these guys have /property. So there is weakness in the search results of this particular niche. However, you can still see that the top results had it in the URL. So you want to outcompete these guys by doing the best job possible. Make the keyword in the URL. Now, the next thing, once you've done that, now you've got the page set up and you've got the URL done. There are two next things that you need to pay super attention to. One is the H1 headline and the next is the meta title. So let's talk about the H1 headline first. So that is typically the main headline on the page, which should be this one. Now, you want to make sure that it actually is. And the easiest way to do that is to go right click, go inspect, and then select this part here and highlight the headline. Now, you can see how we've got H1 here in the code with that little sharp bracket. But the H1 is actually this headline here that says our expertise. You can see what it's highlighting. And so these guys actually have the wrong headline as the H1. And this is going to be impacting their their SEO. What you should do is make sure that the main headline with your keyword in it that you want to rank for, which in this case should be property lawyers Auckland, would be the H1 headline. So it should be this. So these guys have done it wrong. There's something wrong with the code in the site. They put the wrong thing as the H1. This one should be, and you want to put your keyword in there. Now, you could get more creative with the headline as long as you have the keyword in there. So if you're trying to rank for property lawyer Auckland, you want to make sure you have those words in it, but you could do something more creative like the best property lawyer in Auckland or your local property lawyers in Auckland. Something like that is fine as long as you do have the main keyword in the actual headline itself, in the H1 headline. The next one is the meta title. That's the one that shows up here in the tab. That's also the one that shows up in the Google search results. So this is the same one. This is the meta title. If we're to open this website, you will see that this, what you're seeing up here, is also going to show up in the top here. Auckland Lawyers, North Shore Law Firm, McVaughan Fleming. You can see here, McVaughan Fleming, Auckland Lawyers, North Shore Law Firm. Now, Google's rearranged it a little bit. They do that sometimes, but you can see that's the same thing. What you need to do is make sure you have your main keyword up there as well. Now, these guys, I'm just going to bring it down. This is the meta title up in the tab. You can see here. These guys don't have it. They just wrote Gaze Burt, which is the law firm name, and then they wrote property/conveyancing. In this meta title, there's absolutely no mention of anything to do with laws, law firms, lawyer, etc. So they're missing out big time by not having the keyword in here. You want to make sure that you have the keyword property lawyer Auckland if that's what you're trying to rank for. If it's emergency plumber Auckland, you'd want to have that up there as well. Make sure that you have the main keyword up in this meta title. Now, what most people do is they put the brand name or their business name in here. That's not going to help you with anything. It won't necessarily harm you aside from the fact that it's taking away valuable space you could be using to put a keyword in there. So in my opinion, I wouldn't put the brand name in there. I would put the keywords in there. Ideally, the main keyword and then a variation of it. So for example, you could do property lawyers Auckland, and then a variation of that might be something like property solicitors in Auckland or something like that. I would put that variation in there as well to try and rank for that too, because you're trying to be as relevant as you possibly can for these keywords, and that's how you do it. Now, once you've done that, what you want to do is start optimizing the content on your website. So if we go down here, we can take a look at the content that they've actually written on this page, and you can see that there is mention of property law, but there's very little content on this page. It's literally these two paragraphs and then just writing out what services they offer. The problem is this isn't exactly selling anyone on why they should use their specific firm, what makes them better than everyone else, why they should even have a property lawyer in the first place, all these different things that you need to address. So at the very least, I would recommend that you go in and you write in what makes your business better than everyone else, exactly what you are offering, and why they should use their service. If you can tick off those 3 points, then you're going to be ahead of pretty much everyone that you're competing with on Google, because most of them haven't done that properly. So what you're offering, what services you're offering, what makes your business unique, and why they should use you, and why they need that specific service as well. Now, obviously, if it's something like emergency plumber, you don't have to focus on that. They'll know why they need an emergency plumber. You might just mention something like, have you got a burst pipe or a blocked toilet and need an emergency plumber? We can help, and then explain what you do. Something like that would be perfectly fine. But for other instances, you might want to explain more why they need the service. And so you want to include those specific points in the content and make sure that you sell them on using your service. Now, the next thing that you want to also do is include reviews on every single page on your website. So you can see on this page, let's say, for example, I've searched property lawyer, I've landed on this page. I'm learning very little about this law firm here and why I should use their service. Yes, it tells me they offer this, but there's nothing here that's telling me why I should really use them. There's no reviews or testimonials. There's no map or location showing me where they are. They've got annoying. It requires me to do work. I don't even know if they're good. I don't see the team. I don't see a lot of content explaining what they do. It's not giving me much information. And so what's going to happen is most people are going to see this and just not be convinced. And you're just going to look like every other option they have on the internet. What you're trying to do is make your business so unique that people are pre-sold on using you specifically. And so that's what you want to do by having things like reviews on here, because they may never go to another page. This might be the only page they see. And so you want to give them everything on every page. And reviews are an easy way to just get some social proof on here. When people see, 150 5-star reviews from Google being fed onto your page, that's definitely going to help you make a sale. And so you want to get that on there. Now, the next thing as well is some kind of call to action. So you want to make sure that you have a call to action on every page. These guys actually do, which is let us know how we can help. I think that could be a bit stronger. But in any case, they have one here and it gives you an option to call them and email them. Now, personally, I like to have a form on the page so that people can just fill out the form straight away, as well as a call us button, which in this case they do have. So that's good, but I would have a form and I would make a stronger call to action, like let us solve your property matter now, or something like that. Our experts can help you with your property matter, call us, something along those lines, but make sure you actually have it. I can't tell you how many websites I've seen on the internet that don't even have a call to action on the page. They'll just have like this section, and then it just ends here and it's just a footer and you can't even contact them. That's a recipe for not getting any leads at all. So you want to make sure that you actually have that call to action. Now, the last point I want to make as well is make sure that you don't have any duplicate pages and pages competing with each other. So while you want to list out all of these things as much as you can, what you don't want to do is have a property law page and then have another page that's almost the same, also talking about property law. You can have the sub content like commercial property law, sale and purchase of property, things like that, but you don't want to have two pages that are talking about property law, because that's going to harm you. They're going to compete with each other and neither one is going to rank. So make sure you don't have any competing pages on the same topics and you should be good to go. So these are the basics that you can do on your website. If you have even like remote knowledge of how to edit a website, you should be able to implement everything I've told you here. And this is going to get you at least half of the way there to at least standing a chance of ranking on Google and starting to show up for some keywords and getting some traffic and ideally converting some of those into leads and customers and or clients. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you have any questions about any of this, do put it in the comments below and I will answer it. Otherwise, if you'd like my help with Google Ads, SEO, and just generally getting more customers or clients for your business, go to dominatemarketing.io, book a call with me there, and I'll see what I can do to help. Hope you guys enjoyed this one and I'll catch you on the next one.